What if I told you the White House was considered to be the most haunted place on Earth? Would you believe me? Well, hopefully after this video, you'll be able to make your own decision. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we discuss historically haunted locations. We dive into the history and discuss who or what could be haunting them. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell because I am here for you every Wednesday. Last week we talked about the Winchester Mystery House. If you missed it, I'll be sure to link it up here for you. Now you might be asking yourself, out of all the haunted locations in the world, why is it the White House that is considered to be the most haunted place? It's not the first thing I think of, that's for sure. But first, let's talk about the history of the White House. This beautiful mansion is known around the world as a residence and workplace for the President of the United States. It's located in Washington, D.C. on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest. Fun fact, the term White House has nothing to do with the fact that the house is white. The term was often used as a metonym for the president and for his advisors. The mansion was designed by an Irish architect, and his name was James Hoban, and he designed it in a neoclassical type style. The construction was between the years 1792 and 1800. They used an Aquia Creek sandstone that was painted white, and Thomas Jefferson moved into the home in 1801. In 1814, during the War of 1812, the mansion was set on fire by the British Army. It completely destroyed the interior and much of the exterior. They started reconstruction almost immediately. A lot of the presidents would make changes to the White House throughout the years. Theodore Roosevelt had all work offices relocated to a newly constructed West Wing in 1901. In 1909, President William Howard Taft expanded the West Wing and created the Oval Office, which would eventually be moved as the section was expanded. In the main mansion, the third floor, also known as the attic, was converted in 1927 into living quarters. The East Wing was used as a reception area for social events. By the year 1948, the home's exterior walls and internal wood beams were not in good shape. So while Harry S. Truman was president, they constructed a steel frame inside the walls. Once this was done, the interior rooms would be rebuilt. The full White House complex today includes the executive residence, the West Wing and the East Wing, the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, and Blair House, which is a guest house. All of the presidents, except for George Washington, would live in the White House. The mansion has housed a lot of people, and I'm sure that it had made a big impact on each of the residents that lived in it. It really is a beautiful home. It has 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, and 6 levels. Now let's talk about how many deaths were in the home and how they died. While I did my research, I was able to find that there were at least 10 deaths that happened in the White House. On April 4th of 1841, President William Henry Harrison, he died of either typhoid, pneumonia, or paratyphoid fever. Now he died 31 days into his term of presidency, which made him known as the first president to die in office and the shortest serving term. The next death happened on September 10th of 1842, and that was First Lady, I think she pronounces her name Letitia Tyler. She ended up dying from a stroke. The next was on July 9th of 1850. That was President Zachary Taylor. He actually died due to a bacterial infection that was in his small intestine. Then on February 20th of 1862, Willie Lincoln, who was son of Abraham Lincoln, he was an 11-year-old boy who had these beautiful blue eyes. He was known to be good-natured. He was very much loved by his father Abraham and his mother Mary. He died from typhoid fever. They believe it was from contaminated water that came from the White House. The next death was on December 15th of 1873, and his name was Frederick Dent, and he was First Lady Julia Grant's father. I'm not exactly sure how he died. I couldn't find a straight answer on it when I was looking it up, unfortunately. And then the next was 10 years later on January 1st of 1883, and his name was Elisha Hunt Allen, and he was the minister of the Kingdom of Hawaii to the United States. He died shortly before his 79th birthday from a heart attack. The next was on October 25th of 1892, and she was First Lady Caroline Harrison. She died of tuberculosis. Next was August 6th of 1914, and this was First Lady Ellen Wilson. She died of Bright's disease. And then sometime later on December 5th of 1950, Charles G. Ross, who was the White House press secretary. He ended up dying at his desk after giving a press conference. It was due to a coronary occlusion. I'll put the words right here so you can see because I don't know how to pronounce it. And then the last was December 5th of 1952, so exactly 2 years later, Margaret Wallace died, and she was First Lady Bess Truman's mother. She passed away at age 90. Didn't say how she died, so I'm just assuming she died due to old age. So now that we dove into the history, let's go into the hauntings. Now, they say the reason why the White House is considered to be the most haunted place in the world is because of how many credible witnesses there are. Now, not all of the spirits that are seen in the home actually died in the home. So now we're going to talk about all the spirits that are seen and who has seen them. First, Abraham Lincoln in the yellow oval room. The people who claimed to see Abe was First Lady Grace Coolidge, Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Queen Wilhelmina. Very pretty name. Hard to pronounce for me. She was Queen of the Netherlands. Next is Willie Lincoln, who was Abe's son, by the staff members of the Grant administration in the 1870s. Next is Andrew Jackson. He is seen laying in his bed in the Queen's bedroom, also known as Rose Room. He's known to let out a big laugh, so you can hear it throughout the whole mansion. Then there's Thomas Jefferson. He is seen playing his violin in the yellow oval room. Dolly Madison, she is seen in the Rose Garden. There's John Tyler, he seems to haunt the Blue Room. And there's William Henry Harrison, and he is seen in the attic. And there's Abigail Adams, she is seen in the East Room. Staff that goes in there claims to smell wet laundry and lavender. So who knows, maybe she's doing her laundry. If I were to come back and haunt someone, I wouldn't want to be doing my laundry over and over again. Then we have an unnamed British soldier. They believe he died in the War of 1812. He is usually seen roaming the White House holding a torch. There's a man named David Burns. His ghost is seen, but he actually owned the land before the White House was built. He is usually seen or heard the yellow oval room. What is up with the yellow oval room? What, the third spirit that is seen in that room? It must be popular. It's where all the cool spirits hang out. Then there's an Anna Surratt. She is known to bang on the door of the White House, pleading to see Andrew Jackson. She was actually there before she died. I guess she's reliving this experience or whatever, but she was there before she died to beg for a pardon for her mother, who was Mary Surratt, and she was the assassination conspirator. There are a lot of ghosts that are seen in that White House, but what do you think about all the hauntings? Do you think it should be considered the most haunted place in the world? I mean, I really don't know. There's a lot of haunted places. I really think it's just because of all the witnesses, how they're credible, you know? Who knows? Well, everyone, that's it for me today. Please tell me what you thought about this video and if you really did enjoy it. I enjoyed researching it. Just when I thought about, super haunted places, the White House was not one that came in mind. I was thinking, oh, well, it's been around for a long time, so I'm like, there's got to be something there, But I just didn't really think it was considered the most haunted place on earth. I was like, that's kind of strange. But I don't know. I wouldn't really say it's the haunted place on earth. That's just my opinion, but I really want to know what you guys think. But don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Bye.